from Culver City. I'm Sam Rubin. Kimberly Cheng is here. We're at the 3rd annual Asian World Film Festival. You might hear those drums in the background. A lot of excitement and some of the most important names in global cinema, including several countries represented. Kimberly, you have been here before. This is really something.
Yes, this is amazing, and it's grown since the last time I've been here. Threefold. Well, we have a very special guest to start us off. This is Pong Chu Tran from Vietnam. Welcome.
Hi, chào Kimberly and Sam.
Yeah. Very nice to see you. You are here because of a project that is very special to you. Tell us about the movie that you're involved with.
Oh, my movie and my movie. This one, the film means a lot to me, and I do use a lot of my background to make it real. Like Julia, I struggle with the English language. Like Julia, I had to find my way to fit into the different culture. Like Julia, I took acting class in New York and was the only Asian in class. But it's the fiction. Julia relationship and her secret are not my at all. Not my experience at all. Because I want to bring them out two themes. One, the difficulty, the many people in new country, which call patience with themselves and tolerance and understand from others. It's a big problem in society today. The second theme is a part of storyline. But can I keep a secret?
Okay.
Because I want the people go to see the film Finding Julia and be surprised. But I can give here's the hint. It has to do new codependency that grew out of control and destruction.
You are known and very well thought of for the singing that you do in Vietnam, which people enjoy and has brought you a lot of fame. There's some singing in this movie, is there not?
Yes, I have a strong career in my country, Vietnam, and I'm very grateful that my fans still wants my music, and so now U.S. is my country too, but I want to build my career here as a singer and actress. So yes, and so now and I sing the both songs and Lost in the Train and Come to Me.
Yeah, HP, before you go, I have to ask you about your beautiful dress. Can you tell us where it came from?
Oh, this dress from Thai Nguyen. Thai Nguyen designer. Yes.
Beautiful.
I loved how you called her HP, which is
That's what her fans call her, HP,
yes.
right?
Because they call Ha Phương, but easy when I shoot a movie, and they said, call HP easy for, so now they call HP.
Now, your movie will play here on Saturday night.
Yes.
How will you feel? This is a big, beautiful theater inside, sitting inside that theater as your movie starts to play.
So I'm really excited and a little bit nervous, but I hope and no.
Do you have a mic? No, go ahead.
Oh.
No, it's fine. Sorry.
Oh, I'm very excited and a little bit nervous, but I hope and everyone after see it and like it. Thank you.
Enjoy tonight. Thank you both very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Very good. Here, we'll take that from you. There we go. Thanks so much. Thank you. So now sort of the parade begins. Here comes more and more stars. That's funny. Were you familiar with HP prior to just meeting her now?
Yes. I heard about how she is so loved in Vietnam, and everyone calls her HP. It's a term of endearment. And What a great way to kick it off. To meet her first.
Absolutely.
Lovely dress.
Here comes Gary Daniels, who is featured in 2 films here, Rumble, The Wrong Child. With this whole idea of people of all cultures getting together, because there's such a vibrant film market in Asia, and having a festival like this, what do you think?
I think it's fantastic. Personally, I've been very fortunate to do many films all around Asia, China, Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam. So it's nice to come out and support the Asian community. They're such wonderful filmmakers. They have very different eyes, a very different mind in their countries. So it's nice to see what they bring to the...
When you say a different mind or a different eye, I'm really struck by that. Talk to me about that a little bit.
They're born in a different culture. So they're raised, they look at filmmaking and they look at the world through a different eye. Most of them will look at the filmmaking through their own cultural eye, from their own upbringing. Like Vietnamese were brought up very different. I'm from London myself. I just spent 3 months in Vietnam, and the Vietnamese culture is very different than the English culture. So the Vietnamese directors, most of them I find, filmmakers and directors in Vietnam, are very patriotic, and they want to promote Vietnam. So they make films to promote Vietnam. And I find when I worked in the Philippines and Hong Kong and China, it's the same way. The Chinese will want to make films to promote the Chinese. The Filipinos will want to make films to promote the Filipinos. So it's really it's such a multicultural business. And unfortunately, a lot of these cultures, their films don't get seen on the bigger global picture. Like, obviously, Hollywood is #1. England is a good market. A lot of English films get seen around the world. But a lot of these smaller Asian communities, these cultures, they don't get the exposure. And it's unfortunate because there's so many wonderful filmmakers there. And so it's great that they have an event like this where these people can get more exposure and their talent can be shown.
The movies that you're involved with that are at the festival here, can you describe them to us a little bit?
Actually, to be honest with you, I don't have any films that are shown here at the festival. A couple of these films they put on there. Right. Rumble just came out on Netflix. The Wrong Child was a Lifetime movie that I did with Vivica Fox that just came out. A lot of the films I do, I was in The Expendables, very action-oriented, martial arts-oriented. That's why I'm fortunate enough to get to work in Asia. I did a film with Jackie Chan for 4 months in Hong Kong and Japan. So I'm very fortunate that I get to work in Asia, and I get to see a lot of these Asian filmmakers and how they work, and the difference between making films in Asia and the difference between making films here in Hollywood. And it's such an eye-opening experience. It's such an education, to be honest with you.
I'm so taken by that as well. You talked about their patriotism, but in terms of physically on the set,
yes.
Is it a different experience?
Very different experience. Okay. You have to understand, here in America, we have the Actors Union. We have the Screen Actors Guild, right? So there's a lot of great rules that take care of the actors. Turnaround, sleep, accommodation, food every 6 hours. There's none of that in Asia. There's no unions. So I've worked with a lot of Western actors that have gone to Asia and had a really hard time because they're not getting fed every 6 hours. They're not getting 12-hour turnarounds. They're expected to work 16, 17, 18 hours a day, which is very difficult. So if you go from being used to SAG Hollywood films and going to Asia, it's quite a culture shock. I've seen for a lot of Canadian and American actors that I've worked with over there and British actors. But for me, I actually started in Asia. So I went from Asia to coming to SAG, where I got the big trailers and the good money and the turnaround, and it was like, wow, this is awesome. But I really don't mind going back and doing... It's almost like guerrilla filmmaking. I mean, working in Vietnam, sometimes they work 21, 22, 23 hours. Actors will get 3 hours to sleep, and then you've got to come in and do very emotional scenes the next day when your eyes are burning because they're so tired. The rules and regulations there don't favor the actors. They favor the producers trying to save money. And I'm not trying to call them penny pinching. No. They have their way of doing things. But everything here in the West, in America, with the Screen Actors Guild, is to favor actors so that when they get in front of the camera, they're in their best place where they can be, where they can act, where they can do what they need to do for the best performance on screen.
There's a lot of films. Oh, I'm sorry, Sam. There's a lot of films in this year's lineup from dozens of countries. Mm-hmm. Is there one in particular that you're looking forward to seeing?
No, I like to see a variety. It's really interesting because, like, the camera becomes the eye of the director, right? So the way they shoot, you're looking almost into the mind's eye of the different different cultures of the directors. That lens becomes the eye of the director, and so how they shoot is how they see the world and filmmaking. And it's so unique because if you just live here and you only watch American films, you get used to the American way. Some people like it, some people don't. But then you get to see a film festival like this where every director has his own eye. A Chinese eye, a Filipino eye, a Vietnamese eye, a Kazakhstanian eye. Who knows? But it's so different. So that's why you come here, to see the variety. Right. Hey, I might learn something. Like I say, working in Asia is like an education. So hopefully watching these films, because I want to direct myself, I produce and I act, but I'd like to direct myself. So, give you a different vision.
Well said. Enjoy tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the time. Thank you very much.
Thanks
Great
so
to
much.
see you guys.
Well, as he leaves, were you struck by his piercing blue eyes?
Yes.
Was he looking through you? It's the man of the hour.
Yeah, but I'm going to mumble now.
Don't mumble.
No, I can't. Every time I see her, I mumble. Right.
We're going to have you right there. Right there we are.
Right there.
Every time I see her, I mumble.
Why? Because like the world, you have a crush on her, or what? Yes. It's a long line, Georges.
I know.
It's a long line.
I have no chance. I know that.
We talked yesterday. Why are you more excited about this year than any year before?
Well, the logic thing is that every year it gets bigger and bigger. But I think we have created a monster. I never thought that this festival would become so big in 3 years. I mean, it's pretty amazing, the turnout of, big, celebrities and stars. We have stars, from Turkey, from Vietnam. I mean, it's pretty amazing. And our voice is being heard now, and that's what I've always wanted. Because I want this, we have a mission. And my mission is to get the Asian cinema out of the shadow into the sun, and it is happening.
Variety yesterday had a fabulous and lengthy feature. Some of the movies you're going to be presenting here.
Yeah.
That must have been very gratifying. I know it's hard to pick. You have so many good movies here. Are there certain titles you think we're going to be hearing a lot more about after they premiere here?
I prefer not to give titles. It would be unfair. Okay, but I'm very excited, for example, that we're going to show a North Korean movie of all countries in those days in America. And this is something that is very exciting for us because, what's going on in North Korea between America and I truly, truly believe, and it saddens me because I know that I won't see it during my lifetime, but I know that peace in the world will come through the arts.
And correct me if I'm wrong, this will be the first public viewing of a North Korean film,
in the U.S.
correct?
No. In the U.S., yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
One other thing that is really must be very gratifying in terms of here at the Arclight in Culver City, some of these screenings are sold out. You've sold an enormous amount of tickets.
Yes, there's one. This year we've opened up to the Asian American with the partnership of Cape, which I'm very, very excited, and I'm happy that it happened the third year. Because you need to mature a little bit, and we did mature in 3 years, and I thought it was time now to open up to the Asian American. So I think it is incredible. Really, I'm very, very excited this year. I'm elated.
Congratulations. Enjoy tonight. Have a good night. Thank you so much. He can't say goodbye to you. He just literally, it's killing him. All right. Is that flattering? Yes. No.
Yes. He is just a charmer.
Good to see you.
This guy, I mentored him.
You mentored him?
Yes, he did.
Hello.
Fair enough.
They're from Lebanon, both of them.
Hi.
Philippe, say your last name for us.
Arclight.
Okay, and you are from?
Lebanon.
Talk to us about being here in Hollywood, being here in Culver City at this festival.
I'm very happy to be here. It's my third time here. My previous film were Lebanon selection for the Oscar, 2 of my films. This time it's selected for the Golden Globe and also in this beautiful festival, so I'm really happy.
Tell us what the movie's about.
It's a love story. I think from the Middle East we need to see love story. We need to see people who love themselves and who love each other. I think we're tired of seeing war and turmoil and that sort of stories. We need simple stories, and I've done a simple story.
Now, I think you can appreciate this. A lot of people would think, given the nature of the region, it would be hard for people to have real-life love stories. I know that's not true. That's a stereotype, but your movie corrects that.
It's not only it's a stereotype, but also when the energy of death is so present, the life is very present also. You need to consume? Do you say consume life? Do you need to enjoy life and therefore to love?
That's very, how lovely. That's very well said.
Beautiful. Who doesn't love a good
love story? Right. Enjoy tonight. Thank you very much. Thanks so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. What he said there is really remarkable, because when and this is Pierre. Say your last name for us, Pierre.
Pierre Saraf.
Very good. Tell us about the movies you're involved with.
Well, the movie is called In Syria, and it tells the story of a family trapped inside the house inside the house in Damascus, and they cannot out. They cannot go out, and then a tragic event happened, and they have to deal with it without being able to go out of the house.
I tell you what you described there, you tell me, very likely is the circumstance that some have experienced in Damascus, in Syria.
Absolutely. I even experienced it myself during the Lebanese war 30 years ago. And today I'm producing a movie that tells the story about Syrians who are experiencing the same things, but in Syria, under the same regime, because we experienced the same war that was caused by the same Syrian regime.
How important is it that a movie such as that is being seen here?
It's very, very, very important. Very important that the movie is screened here, because it tells a story that the media, the mainstream media, does not tell usually. So that's why it's very important to screen the movie here. The movie will be released in the States. It was bought by an American distributor, and it's already distributed all over Europe. And it's the first fiction movie about Syria. That's why it's a very important event.
Wow, what a proud moment. Have you been to the Asian World Film Festival before, or is this your first year?
This is my first year. My first year, and congratulations to George, who did an amazing job, really.
Enjoy tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you. Very good. That's terrific. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, here we're going to... Matthias, how are you?
Yes, Sam.
Hello. Yes.
Very nice to meet you.
I'll have you stand on that square here.
That's what we did. Good.
So talk to us about this movie you shot in the Philippines.
Well, it's an action movie shot in Manila, you know. It's a little bit like Expendables. Has the Asian theme, you know, because we shot it over there. It's fantastic. I also live in Bali, so I live half of the year in Asia. I love Asian people. I love Asia, so this festival is great. You know, we're here to embrace it. Embrace the culture.
Where did you start making movies?
In Los Angeles. I'm German.
Okay.
So I came here in '86, and I replaced Jean-Claude Van Damme. He walked off a movie, so that was my shot. I got the role, and we went to Thailand, my first Asian movie, so to speak.
Some of your colleagues and friends have been here tonight, and they say making an Asian movie is a vividly different experience than making, quote-unquote, a Hollywood movie or a European movie.
Yeah. Let's just start with the weather. It's really humid, and it's different. Of course, there's a language barrier. You know, we're Americans, they're Asians, but we all work together really well, I have to say. It's just not, you're not going home at night. So.
How long did you spend in Manila, and what was that experience like?
It was amazing. It was 2 months. People are incredibly nice, you know. It's a beautiful countryside. It's a little bit like LA, you know, the place we were staying in downtown. I thought, well, this could be just like LA downtown. It's very modern. Then you go out in the jungle. It's very Asian. It's very, you know, what you would expect from a country that far away from us, you know.
You referenced living much of the year in Bali.
In Bali, yeah.
Now, I think that would be like living in paradise. What is that like?
It's like living in paradise. I have a really good life, I have to say. You know, I have a monkey, you know, a parrot.
What's your monkey's name?
Shuto. Yeah, it's a real life monkey. It's my best friend. It's like my retarded son, you know. We watch TV together. They're very intelligent creatures, I gotta tell you. Yeah, so it's, for me, it's to decompress. It's the best thing to do. 6 months in Bali and 6 months here. So.
Well, he's teaching us something.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Kimberly?
Originally Cambodia.
Oh, Cambodia.
Yes.
Oh, I haven't been there.
You haven't been there. You have to go there.
Everyone that comes to Bali says, I'm going to go to Cambodia next, you know.
Yes, to visit Angkor Wat.
Yeah, so... Well, thanks for talking to me.
Very pleasure. Thanks so much.
Been watching you for years.
Oh,
big
good.
fan.
Good.
Nice to be a fan of you now.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
That's
a monkey.
A monkey. You need a pet monkey.
I'm just amazed by that.
Right. That is really something. Here's our next guest. Sada, come here. Sadiq. Very good. I'm going to have you and Kimberly both hold your microphones closer to your mouths.
Yes.
Only simple question. I'm from Kyrgyzstan. I cannot talk very well.
here's a simple question. How do you feel about tonight? What do you think about tonight?
Nice, because 3 years ago, I don't think in my best dream this film festival will arising that. And with help George and with our team, this film festival rising, and with your help, thanks for your help. It's really in my country, they don't believe in first time when I come from LA and said in film festival, I found that film festival, AWFF Film Festival, and they not believe me. And now I see really now this film festival rising and getting better.
Are you amazed at how much it's grown in just 3 short years?
Oh,
the growth, how big it's become.
Yeah, of course, yeah, of course.
Well, very good. Enjoy tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice to see you again.
We hear those drums in the background.
Yes.
You know what? Let's talk for a minute. Since your parents were born in Cambodia, were you born in Cambodia as well?
I was born here.
Here, okay.
Yes.
Have you ever returned to Cambodia?
I have.
And what's been your experience there?
Beautiful country. It is just obviously so different from what you see here, what you experience here. So just going there is huge culture shock, even for me. Right. And I grew up learning about the culture, but completely different. You haven't had a chance to visit? I have not had a chance,
but it's so interesting. We will talk to people who are, travel experts of sorts, and they, just as tourists, they rave about Vietnam, they rave about Cambodia, and these were places, when I was growing up, as many people, that you thought of as very foreign and maybe not so accommodating. But apparently they're absolutely wonderful to visit.
Oh, it's great. It's great. Yeah. They love tourists over there, and when you go there, it's eye-opening. That's the thing. Everyone has to experience it. Have you been to Asia?
Sure. Yeah, I've been to Japan. I've been to Hong Kong and Macau.
Yes, but definitely check out Angkor Wat. You have to go to Cambodia.
What's the name of it?
Angkor Wat.
Angkor Wat. Is that a town?
World-famous temple.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It is just an amazing sight.
This is the beauty of Facebook Live. It repositions. Sam Rubin Kimberly Cheng. And by the way, if your questions pop up, we are interested in receiving. We'll get those.
Yes.
We have more people here. We're at the Asian World Film Festival. I think we have our next guest. Here he comes.
Jason Fons. Okay.
Who are you?
This guy is a personal friend of mine.
Personal friend.
The Red.
Go
ahead. Power Ranger
Red
from
Power
Time
Ranger.
Force.
Okay, very good.
Yes.
Hello. And
how are you? This is Angela.
Nice.
Angela.
You?
Nice to meet you.
Angela, nice to meet you. Is he excited to be here tonight?
I think so. You can tell by his face that he's super excited to be here.
Tell us why you decided to support the Asian World Film Festival.
You know what? We came out. I always love going to festivals and supporting projects that are up and coming, and we got a chance to come out and do it, and wanted to come out and check out some good projects.
All right, as the girlfriend, I got to ask you. Every Studley guy is doing this. The close-kept beard.
Yeah.
Do you like it or clean-shaven, or would you rather have more of a beard? See, to me, it's good looking, but it's not that much of a commitment. It's like it's there.
It's lazy, right? It's just a lazy fashion. Yeah, no, I love it on him. It looks really good on him.
Very good.
Yeah.
When is yours going to come, though?
That's what I'm wondering.
When is yours coming?
I hate to admit it. I think I could not shave for 2 months, and I wouldn't do as good as you've already done. It's a terrible thing. To me, that looks like you just didn't shave this morning. Or is it?
It's only a couple days.
See, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
It's a manly thing. It is a gift.
We don't understand it.
I don't get it.
Do we?
Yeah. No, but it looks good, so I don't care.
This is a great turnout, and people are talking about how instructive it is to see films from other places.
Yeah.
Have you found that to be your own experience?
I think it's cool because it opens up your eyes to a lot of different things, a lot of different cultures, and see what else is out there. So it's always a joy to come out and check this out.
Well, good. Enjoy tonight, two of you. Thanks
guys.
so much.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you.
Yes.
Thank you.
We'll see you again.
Absolutely.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
So now, how do you know that handsome, famous actor?
Just from the industry.
The industry?
The industry
The biz.
that we're in.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah, who isn't a Power Ranger fan?
Right. There's the Red Power Ranger. Here comes Jackie Dallas. Hi, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
Nice to see you. All right, you have to tell us all about, reveal everything. Stranger Things drops when?
Okay, so first we're going to turn this off, and then, oh my God.
No, but
please don't fire me.
Okay, here's what I've heard. The reviews say the whole thing in its totality, is it 9 episodes or?
It's 9, I believe it is 9.
That it's very satisfying, and it's kind of this ramp up. It's sort of a methodical start, and then around episode 5 or 6, kaboom.
Best.
The Duffer Brothers know what they're doing. That's all I can really say.
Keeps you at the edge of your seat.
I'm glued, right? Yeah, it developed a huge following. Everyone loves it, relates to it, so I'm super excited to be a part of it.
One thing that we talk to people all the time now is, because the streaming is really only 5 or 6 years. I think House of Cards is 6 years old. When you're working on something like this, is it similar to other things that you've worked on? One thing that people say is a big distinction is there's none of these sort of pesky network notes, things like that.
I think that being a Netflix production, they've got a lot more free reign. I don't think they have as many restrictions to work around. I know one of the things that they were talking about is that they were fighting against the kids cursing a whole lot more during the second season, but they kind of won that battle. So I think that's nice. They get to create their vision the way that they intended for it to be seen.
And the phrase Hollywood now references so many places. This is Atlanta, which is. Are you running into other people from other productions all the time? Because there's so much work down there.
There's a lot of work down there. It's really amazing how it's blown up. So yeah, people go back and forth all the time. I'm one of them. So it's great.
I know you can't give a lot away, but we're on the same lot as Netflix. And the other day there was this huge Stranger Things upside down bus. So tell us what that's about.
I just can't.
When you say it was an upside-down bus, what?
Literally an upside-down bus on our lot. Stranger Things on the side.
Their promotions team has been amazing. Like all the posters that they've been sending out and everything else, it's so good.
Now, have you had a chance to see all of it, or you'll be like everybody else and you'll see it when it actually drops?
I'm completely in the dark.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Well, Jackie, nice to see you tonight.
Thank
Enjoy.
you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good. So now there are various stars sort of lining up to get together with us. Isn't that? I was going to say, Jackie has a very significant tattoo in her back, and I thought maybe reveal things about Stranger Things.
I'm addicted to that series. It's amazing.
Did you love it right from the start?
You know what? It wasn't the type of series that I would normally get into, but right away it captures you, and you have to binge watch.
Right. No, I really recently just got a smart TV, which really has changed a lot of things. So I love Ozark. Narcos is my favorite Netflix show. It's just absolutely fantastic. And Narcos is a good example, by the way. Sam Rubin Kimberly Cheng here at the Asian World Film Festival doing this live red carpet on Facebook Live.
Hi, everyone.
All these stars from all around the world coming in. And one of the themes and one of the focuses is the global nature of things. And that brings me back to Narcos, which obviously is not set in the Asian world, but another example of something we wouldn't normally see, and it just couldn't be better.
Yeah, eye-opening. It's just so great to watch all of these films and series from different places, isn't it?
It's funny, we have kind of quite a different group of people coming, and we're getting their cards together and everything else. And here comes one. I'm going to dash out for 1 second.
Okay. Yes.
Sam, good to see you. Hi. How are you? Sam, this is Sam. What are you holding in your hand here?
It's actually that's the symbol that the hero of the movie used to face gunfire and violence with.
You tell me, one conversation we've been having tonight with a lot of people is how important it is for movies for all around the world to be seen here, and what an opportunity something like this is for that to take place.
Well, this is the biggest spotlight in the world, and that's why we love to be here. That's why we love to bring an important story about the Syrian uprising. This is something we see on TV every day, but I think this folder is so kind of like unorganized right now, and we love with this film to, open people's eyes to something that they've never been exposed to. And I think with this spotlight here, I think we're accomplishing this.
One of your colleagues said something very interesting, that when there's so much danger and hardship, that life is almost more precious, love is more precious in places like Syria.
Absolutely, and that's why I think the symbol of a rose and a bottle of water means a lot to not just the Syrians, but to the rest of the world, because among the violence, somebody with this kind of important, symbol, I think can make a lot of things happening and can generate a lot of sympathy from a lot of people, and hopefully bringing people together.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Sam, appreciate
Enjoyed tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you. Here we go. Okay. Hello, how are you? your microphone.
Thank you very much.
You have a whole group.
Yeah, we do. We have AC.
Tell me who's with you here. You be the circle host. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm the Asian World Film Festival Director of Philanthropy and Development.
Okay.
And then I decided we would have Red Cross part of it. But I also have new friends here who are working to build a bridge with China with basketball.
Okay.
And so that's part of Margaret Wong. And talk to us, Margaret Wong.
You know, this is the team that we call it a basketball diplomacy with China.
I see. Like, no one would ever think that these gentlemen play basketball. There'd be no thought that they would play basketball.
It's such a big heart in basketball.
Yeah.
You know, we Italian basketball players that we're really building the bridge and the diplomacy with China. Yeah. We don't want to fight. We want to build relationships through sports.
And we want to play basketball.
We want to play basketball.
I bet you've done that. Here, share the mic with your friend here.
That little friend.
Hey, Sam. How you doing?
Very good. Nice to see you.
You too. You too.
Have you played against Chinese players?
Actually, I have.
And is it truly an international sport? It doesn't. Everything else goes aside when you're on the court, right?
It's a round ball. We all have in common. We love playing sports. That's really what it comes down to. And so it's great to promote the game of basketball in all countries. You know, and we're happy to be a part of it with China, India. It doesn't matter really where it is. And so it's fun times. Right now, we're all bleeding Dodger blue, though, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But you know what? Here's something that really strikes me. Even during the World Series, look at this turnout. And I thought game 2, that's going to be problematic, but not at all.
Not at all.
And so we're all partnering together because I'm going to end up helping do the film about Margaret with Netflix, hopefully.
Oh, great.
And we're partnering together. Steve Oss is our investor. He's a Pepperdine basketball star. And anyway, we're all together for such a time as this, and it's beautiful to be here. So thank you very much.
Good to see you all tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you. We'll walk at you bet. There we go. We're going to hand that microphone back to Kimberly. There she has her own.
Thank you. Thanks, Sam. One more interview with the Red Cross recipient.
Great.
Okay, put your hand ring. And thank you, Julie.
Yes,
Thank you. All right.
Is that a beautiful suit? Oh, wait, another great suit.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, sir. I'm going to have you stand on that tee right there. All right. Tell us who you are and tell us about that jacket.
Well, my name is Hakeem K. Kazim, and actually tonight I'm doing a bit of presenting, so that's all good. That's why the jacket's so sort of nice. I was going to say loud.
I like the bow tie.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, lovely to see you.
It's absolutely fantastic. We've been talking tonight about the remarkable growth of an event like this, and I don't know if you've ever attended before.
I was on the jury last year, so it was, it was really fantastic to be here. It's fantastic to see the thing grow. All the organisers have done a fantastic job, a really wonderful job. So it's like, and I spoke to you last year too, so I remember.
Talk to us about being on the jury and this idea of seeing movies from from Asia primarily.
Yeah, I love watching movies from all over the world. So for me, it was a real pleasure to see sort of a different language, a different filmic language going on. So. The Asian world has some amazing movies, an amazing screen and filmic language, and they should be shown wider. Storytelling is a fantastic thing, and they told wonderful stories.
You're not on the jury this year, right?
I'm not on the jury this year, but
so you can give us your favorite picks then.
I don't know. I haven't seen any of them this year because I'm not on the jury, so I'll go and see them at the theaters.
Well, enjoy tonight, and you win. The fashion jury has already spoken, and you're the winner.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you. That's great. Wow. My gosh.
Fantastic. I love the fashion tonight. Very colorful.
Really, really colorful. Here comes... All right, more people coming our way. There we go. I apparently block the shot periodically. No, we don't mean to do that. But, I do think that's an interesting thing worth talking about. That crazy baseball game, the World Series, oddly enough taking place now. But look, there's well over 1,000 people here.
Yeah, like you said, this is the World Series of Red Carpet.
It's a really big thing. So we're in kind of our own red carpet position here. You can see past us this press line and overall red carpet where there's a lot of people getting their pictures taken and being interviewed by media outlets all around the world. And one thing that you see that's relatively new, maybe not everybody doing the interviews with traditional cameras, microphones, and look at all these iPhones everywhere.
Yeah, live streaming, I'm sure. You can watch this everywhere.
Right. Well, but watching it with us. Jenny, we'll talk to our producer. Are there a myriad of questions coming through, or you'll ask a question?
Tonight the movie screening is This Is Isla, and they're all about to come.
Oh, okay. The cast of This Is Isla, and this is the movie that is premiering tonight, that's opening the film festival. They will all be here. Where is Isla from? Do you know? She's looking. That's right. The response is someplace super cool. But from Turkey. All right, you knew. You somehow knew. You know, while we wait for them, let's talk about yours. This is another, yes. Official Academy entry from Turkey. Let's talk a little bit, Kimberly, about your association with the festival. You and your family won an award. Talk to us about that a little bit.
Yes, the Courage to Dream Award 2 years ago, so during the inaugural year. And basically, my family are refugees from Cambodia, and so the Red Cross, which is the big benefit from the closing night gala, which I think is tonight this year. And so the Courage to Dream Award just honors refugees and people who have come to this country with a huge dream, and basically that's what my parents did.
Well, I tell you what, you tell me, do you find in conversations with your parents that from where they started to where they are now to how well their daughter's doing, it really must be something to, do you think it's almost, can they hardly believe it?
It's hard for them to verbalize. You know, when they start talking about their story, they start crying, and we all start crying. So it's very emotional. Just the journey that they were on to get here. They survived the genocide, which, you know, a huge film that's out now is Angelina Jolie's film.
Right, sure.
First They Killed My Father, which basically tells the story of a lot of Cambodian refugees. That's what my parents went through, and
something like that, a movie like that, is that a film that they are anxious to see, or almost, because obviously it will evoke a lot of emotion, or perhaps reluctant to see?
So that was something I asked myself. When it was released, we actually held a watch party, so the whole family got together and we watched it together. So it's definitely very emotional, but my mom said, it's like, after what we've been through, we're not going to start crying
over a movie. Right.
We lived it.
Wow. You know what? We're going to have some more people joining us. We do have some promotional partners here, so we want to say hello and special thanks to our friends at Manuka Health who make Manuka honey. Have you heard about Manuka honey from New Zealand?
Not.
Oh, this is all the rage. It's sold in 40 countries around the world, including a lot of countries throughout Asia, because one thing that this wonderful Manuka honey does is it promotes digestive health, broadcasters. It's very good for your throat.
Yes.
And it is it can only be the bees. I know all about it. It's the TT tree in New Zealand, and only the bee. And this Manuka Health can. This is interesting. You can literally trace it from the bee and the beekeeper to the jar.
Really?
But it really promotes overall wellness. And here,
we have to try some.
You want to try some here?
Yes, absolutely. If it's good for your throat and
everything. All right.
See.
And then it's sealed. Hang on.
Tea tree is huge. That's a big thing.
All right, so...
Okay, should I just...
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll just...
Take a little gummy taste. It's got
sweet.
It is sweet. It's
very good.
It has a sort of a muskier thing. And then the other thing, ladies, is it's absolutely remarkable for your skin. And a lot of facialists are now incorporating, their honey facials. They put it on your face, and it also has these fantastic healing powers. All right, our stars are on the way. I'm going to seal up our jar.
Okay.
Yeah. Here, we'll take the honey.
Okay,
we don't want to mess with that. We're going to trade.
We need some bread now.
We need some bread. Exactly right. There we go. Here we go. Come on in. Don't be shy.
Hi. Hello.
Here, we'll have you all stand and turn this way a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, please introduce us to our littlest guest.
Okay, this is Kim Sol, our little Ayla, who plays little Ayla. This is our director, Can Kai. And this is our lead actor, Ismail Hacıoğlu, who plays the Surgeon Süleyman in the movie.
In English or in Turkish, whichever you're more comfortable with.
Never mind, I try to talk English.
Tell us what the movie is about.
Filmin bize şeyini anlatın, what's about.
Yeah, it's the film Ayla. It's based on a true story. It's from the Korean War in 1950s. So the story is about the love, about peace, about hope, and about friendship and fatherhood. Okay, this is a war film, but war is our background, war is our color, and war is our sound. But main story is about love, between father and little girl.
And you are here tonight,
Yeah.
opening this festival
Yeah.
with the eyes of the world. What is it like to be here and to be the first movie to be seen tonight?
Yeah, it's honor, isn't it? It's honor to be here first, because this is very important for us. The opening film, Ayla is opening film. This is an Asian film festival. You know, the Turkey is the west part of the Asia, between Europe and Asia. So we are very happy to be here first with all actor, actress, and little Ayla. You will watch it. She's incredible with him.
Let me ask you, have you, and you can please help us,
Okay, Anita, she doesn't
speak English? All right. We'll get your translator. Hey, we're getting a translator for Ayla. In the meantime, sir,
Arzu çabiyi alabilir miyim?
do you speak English? I'm learning English. All right. Talk to us a little bit about being in the movie. What is it like to be in this film?
Böyle uluslararası bir platformdan sizlerin karşısında olmak, aile gibi bir film çok gurur verici bir şey. Bizim sinemamızın çok alışık olmadığı durumlar bunlar. Bir ilke imza atıyoruz bu akşam burada sizlerin sayesinde. Çok heyecanlıyız. Umarız severler. Çok kocaman yürekli bir adamı oynadım. Oynamaya çalıştım. Umarım herkes beğenir. Tüm dünya.
He said he played Simon is a big-hearted man who saved a little girl in the battlefield. He's honored to play this role, and he said he thinks that he did a good job. I hope I did a good job. And he said being in this international festival, being in Los Angeles, means a lot to him, means a lot for the Turkish cinema. He's happy to be here. He's honored to be here.
Terrific. Let's chat with the translator here. Could you welcome her here? We're so happy to have her here.
Thank you.
What was it like to make this movie? What did it feel like to make this movie?
It was fun.
Has she seen the film yet? The completed film?
Yeah, she's so.
Ask her what she thought of the completed movie.
영화가 어떤 것 같아요?
동화 같은.
It's like childhood story, she said, and.
How old is she?
몇 살이에요? 6 years old.
6 years old. Oh, adorable. And can she tell us a little bit about what she's wearing?
어떤 거 입은 거예요?
한복.
It's a Korean traditional clothes.
Does she have an awareness that she is in Hollywood? And does that mean anything to her, being here tonight?
여기에 있는 거가 무슨 뜻인지 알고 있어요? 헐리우드라는 것이.
Okay.
She feels always in the set as an actress. She feels that. I know her.
But my sense is you felt you got very good performances from father and daughter.
Yes, it was an incredible performance with them. Also with all actors. They did a very good job.
Enjoy. Oh, go ahead, please.
One more question.
Yes.
Your film has been submitted for an Oscar, correct?
Yes.
Your reaction to that?
Yeah, it was a very, very beautiful moment now to be here first. And this is also our trip to the Oscar. We have to be here first to be with Academy people here. It's very important.
Congratulations to all of you. Very nice to meet you. Thank you all so much.
Great to meet you.
Thank you. Bye. That is the cutest outfit ever.
6 years
6 years old.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
adorable.
She was five and a half when she.
Five and a half. Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
That's
So
really something. Thank you very much. That is here. We'll hand that back to our producer there. Wow. But you see that? That is interesting. This is really a preview to a degree. And the international Oscar it means so much. Saeed, nice to see you.
Hello.
Again, nice to see you.
How are you?
A year now.
Yes, absolutely.
Nice to see you.
Pleasure is all mine.
Bigger than last year, huh?
It's bigger, but we're still the same, right? We're getting more mature in life, and we like the movie selection this year. This movie in particular, Ayala, is a great film because I feel, especially when it's true story, I like that a lot. And hopefully we'll see you in Sundance. The film is called I Am Fear, I just finished, and we submitted to Sundance, so it's going to be great.
Oh, congratulations. I'm going to have you step back a little bit to be on that tee. Talk to us about Green Zone.
The Green Zone, you know, with Matt Damon, I'm really very blessed that it was the biggest opportunity for me working with Paul Greengrass. Hopefully we're going to work again with them. And working with Matt is great, you know. It opened internationally for me, make me understand what this Asian Film Festival is about, what other film festivals about. The international market is becoming big, and especially in LA here, we need more to bring international film here. Hopefully we can make it here as well.
One of the themes that we're talking about is the experience that might be different as an actor. You've worked on international productions, you've worked on quote-unquote American productions.
Absolutely.
What is the difference?
You know, when you work internationally, I think that they can make it more grand. I think here we still is the land of the opportunities and the more stronger for us. Over there, I think they bring more, and I think that they really need more to understand what American film is all about, American film as directors, producers, cinematography. Over there, they probably have that authenticity of certain locations like in Morocco or in Jordan, but here we do have it in studios, you know, so that's the difference.
Enjoy tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Pleasure to see you.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
There we go. The people are self-contained.
Yes. Hi, Hana.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Congratulations to you. How did you feel when you found out about this?
Oh my God, I am so honored. It means so much to me. As you know, of course, you know, my family, we're here in 1975, and we cannot forget how much the Red Cross has helped, not just myself, but for many families. And I'm just really honored, and I have the honor to also host, and I want to thank my friend Lonnie here for giving me this award on behalf of the Red Cross. And I have the honor of having all the juries at my restaurant called The District by Hannah On, so it's wonderful.
And we're going to have another party there to celebrate after this is over.
Now
you have to come.
You have two recipients here of your award. What?
Yes.
Talk to me about how did you pick such?
I love her.
How did you pick such lovely and deserving people?
Because it was just obvious when it happened. It was like,
we're
Kimberly.
having turnaround here.
Kimberly has to do this. I watched her on TV, and I love you, of course. And I'm watching Kimberly, and then my girlfriend knew you, and introduced me. And I said, why don't you be the first recipient of this Courage to Dream Award, which we completely made up to give some validity, philanthropy to the Asian World Film Festival, but not really made up. It's Red Cross all the way. Love you.
Congratulations, by the way, on your film release this year, The Shack.
That's
An
right.
amazing
The Shack
film.
done.
And I watched the show. It's amazing. I watched the movie. It's amazing. It's an amazing movie.
We just won the Dove Award. So.
Oh wow, that's fantastic. That's
Can you tell us why Hana was chosen really quickly for the Courage to Dream Award?
Oh, because she's the best friend. She was here supporting me through last year, and I heard her story, which I didn't know. I said, she has to be the next recipient. You have to be.
Oh,
thank you. And they even gave me a dress, a Vietnamese dress. It's called, what's the name of the dress?
It's called the Outside, right? You direct us, yes.
Love it.
Well, you know,
Vietnamese dress.
so this definitely means a lot. You know, receiving an award right after you as the first one, and then Dr. Kim.
Yes.
So on behalf of my family, I'm very honored, and again, thank you, Lonnie.
You're welcome.
Yes,
Enjoy
and of course, thank you to the restaurant. Yes.
Pleasure to see you.
And hopefully, we'd love to have you at my restaurant, The District. Yes, we'd love to do that.
We're there.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Enjoy tonight. Thank you
All right,
very much.
thank you so much.
You bet.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, fair enough.
All right.
We're going to take that from you.
Yes.
And then it's very efficient, right? That's really exciting, though.
Yes.
We're great, and how excited they are to be here. Here comes our latest group.
Hello.
Here we go.
Hi, how are you?
Another John, nice to see you.
Nice to see you, yeah.
Here, I'm going to let you hold this.
Team, yeah.
Tell us who's with you.
I'm the producer, writer, and also the actor, leading actor in this movie, William Loves in Me. And it's going to be presented in this Asian World Film Festival. Together with me is my co-producer, Kenny, the supporting actress, Ruby, and also another co-producer, Dawn.
Ruby, you win the award for best earring ever.
Yes.
Can we just pause and look at this amazing outfit?
Yes.
Asian designer.
It's
from Malaysia.
Malaysia top designer.
Yeah.
I've been looking at one of your posters for a moment, and I love this line: "No matter rich or poor, we are born in cages.
Yeah.
Are our chains in life created by society or ourselves?" This sounds like a very thoughtful production. What's the movie about?
It's about actually our headline case in Hong Kong. It happened in Hong Kong. I was a lawyer before acting, and I acted for this client. And I tried to, I feel for her. That's why I played her parts in this movie. It's a very unprecedented step by a lawyer playing the part of a client in a movie. But I really like the message, and also the whole team worked together very well. We produced very good results.
What is the message of the movie?
The message is it's about delusion. It's about people living in cages. We are afraid of breaking our cages. Something like this. It's quite philosophical, but we use a very comedian way in order to bring out this message.
And what does it mean to be here, to be part of the Asian World Film Festival?
It shows the society. It shows the characteristic of the Hong Kong society, also of the Asian society. I think it is the thing that we the film festival likes to promote. Yes.
Your colleague wanted to say something.
Well, I just want to say it's a great honor to be here, and our film chosen to be part of it. And it's just it's a wonderful experience seeing all these glamour and lights and everything, and it's just wonderful.
And the fact that you're in Hollywood, there's something about that too, I imagine.
Oh yes, definitely. Like LA is definitely the place to be for movies, and so it's exciting for all of us to be here, to be part of this.
Well, all of you enjoy tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you again. Thank you.
She wants to borrow your earring.
Yes.
Very good. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm going to let you have that there.
Okay, thank you.
Very good. Thanks again. Thank you.
Outfit from Malaysia. Isn't that fantastic?
All right. Now, you have been the belle of the ball for the whole evening, but I see two very beautiful actresses on the way.
I see them.
So here we go. Here comes Desiree. Hi, Desiree. Hello, how are you? Here, I'm going to have you stand right there. So, Desiree, tell us about what brings you here tonight.
Well, obviously, I'm Asian. I have to support Asian cinema, and I love that. I also worked with a director who worked on Little Gandhi, that's airing tomorrow, called Brian Metcalf. We did a film together called Don't Stare. Yes.
What is your ethnicity?
I saw you looking at me like that, like trying to figure it out.
I like that. So right, she's just so beautiful.
So beautiful.
You can't
so
tell.
Sweet. Give a guess.
Give a guess. You want to take a stab at it?
I'm going to say that it is a fantastic mixture.
Oh, look at that. He's a charmer.
He's
a charmer.
But it is more than 3 ingredients.
Laos, Thai.
Somewhere in that region.
Oh,
okay.
Philippines.
I have that blood.
Okay.
But I'm originally from Singapore, the concrete jungle of Singapore. And my father is Indonesian Chinese. My mother, she's she's got Filipino, Spanish, Dutch, Portuguese. So a very, very representative.
Well, I tell you what, it is the jackpot combination, number one.
Absolutely.
So sweet.
What is it like to be here, and why you talk about lending your support to something like this? Why is it important to lend your support to something like this?
I think it's, oh my gosh, it's collaboration, good camaraderie, and it's a beautiful thing that they're really giving honor to Asian film and Asian stories. So I'm very proud of that. In the United States, everything hits Los Angeles first. I believe it's the Mecca. And so it's very important to commemorate that here and then blast it into the globe. So,
absolutely. Yeah. And we just have to talk about your outfit. I just love looking at all
it's, this is from a Filipino designer called Pia Gladys.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
But you see what's good? It not only looks beautiful on you, but you were posing with it very...
she knows the drill.
You knew the whole drill.
Pose with me.
Right there.
Do a little,
who are you
do
wearing?
a little spin. Oh, I don't know. I should know.
You want to spin? I'll do a spin.
Yeah,
okay, here we go. We'll do one spin.
A twirl.
Oh.
Gorgeous.
Wow. Thank you so much. That thumbs up. Absolutely.
And I have to ask, what is your ethnicity?
Cambodian Chinese.
Oh, very nice. So we have Chinese in common.
Yes. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Have a great time.
All right. Very good. We're going to have you walk off, and then this is really unbelievable. Su Yan Lee So wait, you went from being a table tennis champion to becoming an actress?
Yes, I am.
Stand over here because we're going to admire you even more. Right there. And all right, what grip do you prefer? The quote-unquote English grip or the Asian? Absolutely.
Tennis.
Please, yes.
I like it.
Yeah.
My grip is shake hands, and it's handhold grips known in the Asian grip, right?
Right.
But I play with the shake hand grip.
I see. Well, that's fantastic. How does one go from being a table tennis champion? By the way, because of your height, I could just see how you could smash so successfully.
Smash down for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know, seriously, there is a table tennis club not far from here.
Okay.
Here's the typical Hollywood thing. Afterwards, maybe you'd like to, join us for a drink. Here we could say, afterwards, there's a table tennis club at Exposition.
Actually, there is a ping pong club. It's called the Ping Pong Club Spin. Actress Susan Sarandon, she's the founder. I'm the face of this club. We have this fun club everywhere in New York and Chicago, San Francisco. Just exactly you said.
You need one here.
Yeah, we need to drink and play ping pong. So we have one in LA, but we're opening, bigger club in LA pretty soon.
Oh, that's fantastic. Talk to us about this transition from ping pong to being an actress.
So I played table tennis, either ping pong, all my life. Professionally, I represent South Korea. I won international championships as well. And after I retired, so because of my height, maybe look, I became model. And also ping pong champion credit put me in the film industry as well. So why not? So I'm having a lot of fun doing acting, and I actually did a couple of films in this year.
Are there any similarities between professional ping pong playing and acting?
Definitely. You really have to dedicate yourself to prepare for either tournaments in ping pong or for film. In movie, in the set shooting, deliver your character in film. So it's a lot of, you have to dedicate yourself to do a lot of work on it. So it's very similar. Just doing physically or just doing acting, that's the only difference.
All right, what kind of paddle do you prefer? How much thickness and what kind of cork or rubber? No,
I think he wants to play.
This is the most important topic in the history of the world.
He's trying to feel an opponent out.
Yes.
He wants to play against you.
I desperately do.
So you're expert in ping pong, I can tell, because he knows so much. Actually, my style is defensive style.
Defensive style?
So I play really far away from table.
Oh, wow.
I'm running around the whole stadium. And I have long arms. I can reach everywhere.
I see.
So, you have to watch. I do a lot of ping pong exhibitions all over the world.
Do you teach lessons?
Actually, absolutely. I taught some actors in Entourage TV show. I was in season 7. So I taught John Stamos and Kevin Dillon for the scene.
Wow. Did they become better players because of you?
Absolutely. After 1 hour, I change your whole your life. You become like semi-pro.
Wow.
So I teach a lot of even athletes, NBA players, baseball players. I do charity with the LA Dodgers players. So I do a lot of coaching and the exhibitions. I do a lot all over the world.
You're going to help them win the World Series.
I know.
Yeah.
You talked about retiring. Like other athletic endeavors, does one age out of ping pong?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Because, it's physical abilities, changing when you're younger and get older. So absolutely, it's just like other sports.
Enjoy tonight. Wow, nice to meet you.
You're going to have to give us some pointers off camera a little bit later.
What a thrill.
Thank you very much.
All right, thanks again very much. Thank you. Very good.
You.
All right. My buddy Hudson. Hudson, don't be shy. Fresh off the boat star, Hudson Yang. Hudson, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
Really nice to see you. My kids love the show. I love the show. I'm in love with your TV mom.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's the awesomest. I love Constance so much.
You know what's amazing? She actually started from drama. And the coolest thing is how she took her dramatic experience and brought it over to comedy. And I think I'm really proud of how she did that.
A great Halloween episode last night. My kids will do nothing else but watch. And you were being hard, or what were you trying to do to get into a party? You had to be tough.
Yeah, it was funny. At first I was like, I'm not really sure what's going to happen. And then when I saw myself as Ice Cube, I was like, who is this guy? I can't wait till I have a beard.
Season 3, have you all become more comfortable? Have you gelled as a family?
I think we instantly did that when we first met. It was kind of like when we first did the kind of chemistry read, we were like, he's going to be my brother, he's going to be my dad. And we were kind of instantly hooked together. It was really great.
Your show is really groundbreaking. I mean, when that show came on, it's like an Asian American show. Everyone was
we're so excited. And now you have an Asian World Film Festival in its third year. What do you think about all of this?
I think the fact that starting from like where there's like no Asian American faces on TV and in movies, I think that now that we're in a place like this, it's amazing that I could be a part of something like this, and I'm so honored to be like starting from a little kid who had no idea like what he was going to do with his life to now being here and being on TV and being kind of like a person who can say something and have it matter.
There's no question about that. And now that you've had this terrific success, and I cannot tell you how much I love and admire your show, is acting the main thing for you? Or a lot of people now, having spent time on a set, are like, you know what? I'd like to write stuff. I'd like to direct stuff. What is appealing to you?
That is exactly true. Me and my actual little brother, Ian Chen, have been actually thinking of doing more stuff like that. In fact, we actually started writing multiple scripts, which we haven't really finished yet, but we're trying. And I think that is something I would like to explore more and learn more about in the future.
Terrific. Well, gosh, Hudson, really good to see you tonight. Enjoy tonight. Thanks so much.
Love your shirt, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks so much. All right, we're going to do a little shift here.
Over a little bit.
Very good. All right. Here we go. Our next person is on the way. Here you go, Matt. I mean, you stand on that tee right there. Hi, really nice to see you. How are you?
Do me and Rena get to share the mic?
Well, there we are.
I started watching you.
What brings you guys here tonight?
We're here to support.
We're here to support.
Asian
Yeah.
World Film Festival.
Yeah, not just that. All independent films, I feel like, need recognition. You know, especially I know what it's like to produce a film on a low budget, to get it out there. You know, it needs recognition. That's all. You know, especially to compete with the films that are $150 million budgets. And
why are so many of these films better?
More heart, passion, love goes into it.
Yep, guerrilla style. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say?
Guerrilla style shooting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the heart, love, and passion that goes into it. Especially some of these people, they have more control over what they're writing and what they're producing, as opposed to sometimes the studio has more of a say into it. That's what I love to see. You know, this is like people's dreams happening right now. Some people's first films.
That's the thing. That you're seeing that, and how jazzed people are, particularly from other countries. I don't think they can believe they're actually here.
Yeah. I know this is like the first time. This is kind of the dream happening. The first, time we're in America, some of them are an American film festival. Though I know this is international.
And for some, it's the first time here in America. So this is like a dream come true for them. So it's awesome, that they.
Well, great that you guys are here to support. Thanks so much.
I feel so natural with this. I can just kind of like, actually, let's add a third, person to the team.
Take a quick break.
And I'll take it from here.
Thanks so much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Have a great night.
Oh, gosh, please.
One of my favorites.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, my God. I see you every evening from my sitting room. It's better to see you in person.
Right. Well, now here we are. Kimberly, go ahead. You're going to say.
Nice to see you.
Hello.
Joy Luck Club, of course, one of my favorites.
Thank you.
Many people's favorites.
Tell us what brings you here tonight.
Oh, I see. Thank you so much. Well, I am one of the honorary board of AWFF, and tonight I'm very exciting to be here as a board member, as well as I have two events this weekend, which is 25th years anniversary of the Joy Luck Club, and my second event is Finding Julia.
Which is HP.
HP production, yes. And I am one of the script writer of that one, as well as I have a part.
We spoke to her earlier.
Yes.
And you could tell she's very emotional about that movie.
Yes. So that will be premiere this Sunday. I'm very excited for that. First of all, I want to say congratulations to Ha Feng for finally the movie's premiere, because it's been a while from the very beginning of the production, and now it's premiere. I can't believe it.
Let me ask you this. A couple of years ago, if you had said AWFF, nobody would know what you're talking about.
Yes.
They know what you're talking about now. Tell me.
It's about time. It's about time because of, I mean, we are now all under the same roof. The world too small now. Why say Asian here and white there? I would like to say that we are all in motion picture industry. And as long as we have American, I am from Asia, but I'm now American citizen. I've been here for 40 years, so I'm an American now. It's no more Asian. Actually, I came from Vietnam, and I was sponsored in this country by actress T.P. Hedren.
Oh my gosh!
Yes. So it was T.P. brought me here when Vietnam War was over. So T.P. Hedren is just like my sister. We are so close, and I met her a long time ago during the Vietnam War time, which I have a TV talk show when Hollywood entertainer went to Vietnam for greeting the service.
Bob Hope, people like that. Yes,
like that.
Right.
And they was on my show.
Oh wow!
Like Danny Kaye was on my show. Glenn Ford was on my show. And my leading man, Burt Reynolds, whom I have the opportunity to work with him since 1964.
Oh my gosh!
You know, so they was on my show, and that's how we met a long time ago. Johnny Grant.
Sure, of course, the mayor of Hollywood.
Yeah, the mayor of Hollywood was on my show.
Well, terrific. Wonderful to speak to you tonight. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
It's a pleasure.
It's an honor, and thank you. And so good to see you.
Well, there.
Yeah, thank you.
So great to see you.
Thank you. Thanks so much. I'm going to take that from you.
Thank
Off you go. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye.
How much did you love that movie when it first came out? What did...
I can't believe it's been 25 years. Amazing. Yeah. One of my favorite films.
No, absolutely great. And, you know, it's always, with a book, it's such a risk almost. It's like people have such great affection for a book, and I think that movie, you know, the spirit of the book, you know, it enhanced everything. It was really, really something.
So well done.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was a 3-hour film, but it was to the very end. You just loved it.
Right.
Hi.
Right. Hello, sir. How are you? I'm going to give you that.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to take that from you. There you go.
Give it to me in case I forget
my name. Don, the Dragon Wilson is here.
Yeah.
Very nice to see you. This is a big deal. Look at all these people who are here.
Yeah. It looks like I've never seen so many Asian people in L.A. I mean, I just got back from Italy, and the entire time I was there for a week, I didn't see one Asian. It's kind of, I mean, I'm sure they don't have like a wall around them.
No, sure.
Like we're trying to do, but I just feel very comfortable here.
Okay, that's great to hear, and you must feel comfortable with the idea that movies from around the world, and particularly from all these Asian countries, are getting seen here.
Yeah, but I'm not like a big pro. I mean, I'm glad that movies from anywhere around the world come to LA, come here. We support the rest of the movie,
Well, but one thing that people have been talking about tonight is, yes, my movie was successful in Turkey. Yes, my movie had success in Singapore. But to be here is a different deal.
Yeah, absolutely. For foreign filmmakers, yes. I mean, of course, for my films, of course I'm here. This is where we make them. But I've been in the business, but I haven't done foreign films. Actually, I do U.S.-based films. I'm here just supporting it, and happy to see the films get here, and I'm very interested in seeing the one tonight to see how good they are. I'm sure they're good.
Well, people talk about how they're very much from the heart, and I think they'll probably be very good.
Yeah.
My main thing is action. I do action movies and martial art action in specific. So I may not be a great judge of the drama or the comedies or family films, but I do enjoy them, and I'm like a spectator like everybody else. I'm a fan of them.
Well, you know what moves you, or you know what.
Right. You don't have to be an expert, if there is even an expert in specific genres here. But my main thing is action, though. That part of the business I do know.
But when Georges started his baby, the Asian World Film Festival, he said there's not enough Asian films that have Oscars. There were like 6.
Well, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, was about the only one I know. I'm sure there's been others, right?
He said there were 6 since the 1940s, so he said we need to have a platform. We need to showcase these Asian films. So how proud are you to be here in this moment? Good.
What I'm hoping is, because I came here in '85, and there were no Asian Asians starring in Hollywood films then, basically.
Right.
Matter of fact, actors that were good friends of mine, well-known actors, told me I was going to have a hard time because they don't write roles for 6-foot-tall Asians with Southern accents. But actually, they do now.
Right.
So I've starred in over 30 films as a star, but I've appeared in maybe 50 films. Maybe little cameos I'll do for other friends of mine. But yeah, they write the scripts for me. And I was telling one of the producers that Arnold Schwarzenegger, Chuck Norris, and I were all doing a TV show together, and we talked about how we came from sports, all of us, and how we were given no chance in this town. Arnold couldn't even speak English, by the way. And so his first film was dubbed in Hercules in New York. But Arnold, at that time, did Terminator 2, was the highest paid actor in the world.
Right.
Chuck had just started Walker, Texas Ranger, which was the #1 action series in the world. And I was in Time Magazine. I had my face in Time Magazine, not the cover, as one of the top 4 direct-to-video stars in the world. So we all rose in the areas that we worked in to the top, just like we did in sports, using basically the same kind of philosophies, though. Not listening to naysayers and that type of thing.
Well, I tell you what, enjoy tonight. Good to see you tonight. Thank you very much.
I'm enjoying it already.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Thank you. We'll take that from you. Very good. There we go. They will. All right. And our next guest, please. You enjoyed Orgil talking to our producer. Talk to us about the film symposium.
Yeah, well, I came here for this association of AFCI of Film Commissioners International. And they have this annual event called Cineposium 2017. It was this year. I came from Mongolia representing my country for the very first time, and I got tons of connections, and I had an opportunity to present my country and make it open, known for big film studios from Hollywood and all the other filmmakers from around the world, because Mongolia is a country that has amazing scenery, culture, history, and very good also film industry history that was kind of stopped for the past 27 years. It didn't stop, but it became different. And now we have a new president, Mr. Batulga Halkma, who is a great fan of film industry, filmmaking. He's a very well-known two-time wrestling world champion, good politician, businessman, and he's bringing up the film industry again. And I work as his advisor on film, so I came here to get connections, to open up my country, and I want to thank Cineposium 2017 for giving me that opportunity. And I thank you guys that you're interviewing me.
When you talk about this amazing scenery in Mongolia, describe that a little bit to me. I imagine it's varied scenery. There's lots of different things.
Well, imagine 200, 300 kilometers of flat steppe. And you don't meet anyone, and it's flat, and you can do whatever you want. It's a lot of freedom. Imagine eternal blue sky. Imagine fresh waters everywhere, and imagine very different 4 seasons. Imagine snow in winter and sun in summer, and imagine the biggest desert in Asia, Gobi Desert. Imagine the biggest second freshwater lake, Hoopsgul. I mean, it's endless, the beauty we have, really, truly.
And then if I wanted to travel there, how would I get there from here?
You first call me. Then you can buy tickets. You can go through, I usually travel through Seoul, Korea, and then to Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, LA, Seoul, Korea, and then to Ulaanbaatar and back. Or you also can do LA, Hong Kong, then Hong Kong, Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. You can do Tokyo, Japan, and Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. And you can do Beijing, China, and Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia.
Well, invite us. We'll come.
Please, I'm Orgil Mahan. Google me, Facebook me, find me, and welcome to Mongolia, guys. Seriously.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Jenny, we've just been invited to Mongolia. Please get a business card. We'd like to go. Yeah, very, very good. Sam Rubin Kimberly Cheng, and here we are, thousands of you joining us on our Facebook Live broadcast here of the opening night gala at the Asian World Film Festival. Boy, this has really been exciting and fun.
Yeah. Could you just picture everything that he was talking about?
so valuable about all this is I have this idea in my head of what I think Mongolia would be like, which I'm sure is nothing like what Mongolia would be like. So it's very, very interesting. But to see Hudson Yang from Fresh Off the Boat, to see I'm still struck by the ping pong player.
Yeah.
I can't get over that.
Yeah. I think you need to challenge her to a match.
We should have her on the morning news.
That was amazing.
To play some ping pong. And more people pouring in. It's really interesting. Jenny, how are we doing in terms of when are the events to begin? The screening? I see. All right. And then what's your Dodger update for us? Watch out for that. Well, she does that again. We're going to continue here for as long as guests are arriving. That may be tapering down in a little bit, but we'll get the Dodger update. We need that.
Yeah, so many fascinating people tonight. Someone who lives in Bali. Do you remember that? 1-1.
What inning? Oh, there's still plenty of time. So stay with us, and then you go with that. But you were saying, to summarize the...
We were talking to the gentleman who lives in Bali, who has a monkey as a pet, and now all this travel to Mongolia, he's basically brought us there and back.
Right. From when you received your award, just the growth of the festival is interesting to me. And, I think one thing that happens in Facebook Live is an example, and all the various video avenues are examples of this. I'll do it. But this notion of creating one's own content, and I think, you want to represent your voice, how you feel, that kind of thing. But I think people here are very interested in representing their countries, too.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's so wonderful because just like he was telling us, he paints this picture, and through the Asian World Film Festival, you can get an idea, a taste of all these different countries, something that you, on average, wouldn't have a chance to do. So I think it's fantastic.
Well, I tell you what, enjoy my work and Kimberly's work on KTLA Channel 5. Check back to this Facebook page, which is facebook.com/SamKTLA. This entire red carpet will be rerunning there. Asian World Film Festival has their own website as well. There are tickets available for limited screenings and other things that are going on. And Kimberly, on social media, how can people find you?
Kimberly Cheng TV on Instagram, on Facebook. Thank you.
We like the person screaming they love TK. Well, we really, really enjoyed this. Thanks so much for joining us. From Culver City, I'm Sam Rubin and Kimberly Cheng. We thanks so much. We'll see you soon.
Night.